Good afternoon, people. Good morning, good evening, good night. Whatever time it is you listening.
Right.
Since, you can listen to it whenever you want. Anyway, this is episode 7.
Yeah, because I said so.
Because I said so.
I guess the time would be anywhere, anytime.
Yeah.
Within the realm of
reality.
Yeah.
Well, with time being a concept.
Time is already.
We're not doing this. Today.
You're right.
Today's episode, if you haven't noticed, came on a little bit more calm.
Yeah.
We wanted to get into a subject today that's a little bit more serious. Might be a little bit less jokes, a little bit less energy than what you may be used to, but felt like this was an important subject to speak on. Today we're going to be speaking on loss, death, even just losing contact with good friends, falling out of contact, separation. Probably going to go through a few different subjects.
Yeah.
But the main thing we want to start with is death. Losing people, because right now, I don't know if it's just me or just what's going on in the world, but it seems like there's a lot of people of all ages passing away right now.
Yeah.
Within the last month, I've probably been about, I would say, 4 funerals.
Within the last what?
Month.
Damn.
And another one just passed away day before yesterday, so that funeral's coming up. And unfortunately, the thing that motivated this conversation, just found out earlier today that a good friend of ours, daughter passed away.
Yeah.
Very, very young. Definitely a tough subject.
Do we know the cause?
No, as far as I seen, it was our friend Nelly Boo. Yeah, I mean, no, not too many people know about that, but
yeah.
Nelly Boo, her daughter passed away, and she just posted, when it, I guess, around as soon as it happened. Well, I don't know the timeline, but she pretty much posted her daughter passed away. She doesn't have any answers, and she doesn't want to talk about it. So that's all I know. And I wasn't going to ask somebody no questions that just said they don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
So.
Who am I?
Oh, yeah.
Now, that's me personally. That's one thing I fight mentally with, because I lack I wouldn't say I lack the emotion, but it's how do you go about asking or at least comforting somebody?
Yeah, when it comes to comforting, there's definitely ways to go about that. And I feel like it really matters how close you are to this person.
Mm-hmm.
The closer you are to this person, the easier it is, or the more comfortable you can be with asking sooner.
And it also might how close you are with the person that might have passed away aids in that also.
Oh yeah.
If you have some type of affiliation with the said person, that it makes that person, depending on the situation, it does make that person more welcoming to talk about the grief side of it. Because the reality of things, the hardest thing that grasp is that when someone leaves, and I mean in the sense of passing away, there really isn't nothing to say. Because in reality, that battle between what you might not have gotten to say, or what you wanted to say, or what you wanted to do, or what you couldn't do with this individual, is something that you have to go through spiritually by yourself. Nobody can give you that passage of healing when it comes to, you know what I mean, that side of it.
Yeah, and even when
in my opinion, you know what I'm saying?
When it comes to either whether it be someone you're close with, someone you just may be associated with, someone, regardless of how you know the person who just lost someone. My philosophy has always been for me to just be there, be a shoulder, and I personally don't ask questions.
Yeah,
I'll talk to you. Yeah, I mean, I feel like people going through grief, they'll say what they need to say. They'll talk about what they need to talk about. They'll deal with it how they need to deal with it. Me trying to help in the form of questions or whatever it may be, I feel like it kind of does more damage because there's really nothing you can say. Answering a bunch of questions not going to help the situation. Forcing somebody to think about something they may not be ready for yet won't help the situation. Or some questions can come off as you trying to point the finger or find blame. You know what I mean? Even though that may not be your goal, it could come off like that. Because if somebody's in a deeply emotional state, anything can be taken the wrong way.
Yes.
So my philosophy is just to try to be a shoulder as much as you can. Try to be around when someone needs somebody around. Just make your presence known. Let it be known that, yeah, I mean, and definitely, bro, if you tell somebody that's going through something, hey, if you need something, I'll help you out, or if you need somebody to talk to, let me know, or if you offer yourself in the form of help, physical assistance, just an ear, anything, mean that shit.
Oh yeah,
Facts.
Bro, if you tell me that, yeah, I mean, if you need anything, call me, and I call you, and now I'm dealing with your excuses, because whether your situation is legitimate or not, whether, like, if I call you and you're at work and I go, all right, I need you to do this, I need some help with this, you think you could do it after you get off work because you at work, I don't expect you to leave, can you help me out?
Yeah.
But you like, oh, I'm gonna be real tired after work, man, I don't know if I can do that. Bro, you shouldn't have told me. If you need anything, call me, because
for those situations, clarity is the best.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't put your foot in your mouth. Don't, just because you hear people say it all the time, don't mean that's what you're supposed to say.
Now, do you think social media added to that?
Hell yeah.
The fakeism of it.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of clout condolence.
That's why, today, when mom passed away, bro, it taught me a lot when it came to that shit, bro.
Yeah,
it taught me a lot on what you speak on, because how we spoke on people saying like, oh, I'm there for y'all, and time came through and it was like two people. And even them two people, you know what I mean? Like there wasn't much. I didn't ask for shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't a person I'd be like, hey, I need you. No, I was a goddamn thug. But I
was there, so
you right. But you get what I'm saying. We was in motion.
Oh yeah.
We was in motion. So there was how can I put this? The two people I'm speaking of are the people that were in a position to be of greater aid than the siblings I've had.
Yeah.
Because all of us were still kids when this happened.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Yeah.
We was grown, but we were kids.
Oh yeah, there was a whole bunch of I don't know.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
A whole lot of.
So, I think Claire, like if somebody say if you offer your shoulder, bro, and this is the problem I'm having right now, even through COVID situation, where people don't put their family first, bro.
Yeah.
People don't put their real life first. Where if somebody needs me, and if I can't have the morals to tell my job like, hey, I need 10 minutes to do this.
Yeah.
Then I need to question my job.
It's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
Because I work for the paycheck. I work for this person, but I'm not owned by this person.
Oh, facts.
You know what I'm saying? Just imagine, bro. Just imagine if I feel like it did. And this is me. I feel like I lend you my shoulder and say I don't answer that call when I lend you my shoulder, and that's the last time I ever get to see you because you couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
you
yeah.
couldn't handle it.
Now, do you think that's because it's heavily in our culture in a sense to not stick together? Because there's certain situations where, like, we'll just say, like, if my mom was a dad and I call her brothers, aka my uncles, they will say, yeah, I want to be part of, I can help, or, like you guys are saying. But as soon as that time comes, it's like, well, I really ain't got a place for you to stay, or I can't help much.
Yeah.
Like, do you think because the way our culture acts of not sticking together, you think that damages us more?
I think a lot of that does with people always. People got this sense, man, that if you do something for somebody, that person owe you, man.
Yeah.
And I've talked to a lot of street cats, and they tell you, like, they'll ask somebody, like, for instance, one of my homies from out the plant, he asked his family, like, listen, just let me borrow part of your rug. And all he asked, he's literally just asking, can I sleep at your crib real quick for tonight, maybe this week, because I'm on my ass.
Yeah.
And family didn't let him do it.
Yeah.
Now the only time they probably would do it is if he's talking about, look, I got some change right here. Would you let me? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There is no, like, genuine love now. And that's different between us. You know what I'm saying? Well, I hope so, but you know what I'm saying? There's genuine love for me.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
You ain't gotta hope. We been there.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Though, but like, you know what I'm saying?
we been there.
One of my closest people in my life will ever be like, yo, I need this, and this. If I got this and that, and not the third part, but all right, this is what I got.
Oh yeah.
There is no such thing as what can you do for me? No, that like you said, that is a problem with us when it comes to sticking together, because a lot of people, there's this, I hate this assumption that you're owed something to help somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And that's even with grief, bro. It's even with grief, bro.
Oh yeah. People dealing with pain and loss and grief and dealing with stuff. It's harder. Well, one, they're kind of expected to, like, not need help,
Especially
like,
as a man.
Yeah, even in the culture in general,
Yeah, that's true.
you're kind of expected to be like, to be stronger than the pain.
Please give yourself a horn. Well, we ain't doing horns today.
No, I ain't got that set up. But you're definitely expected to be stronger than the pain. And honestly, I'm gonna tell you right now, I feel like a good percentage of it is religion. Because
I can see that.
what's the first thing you hear most people say if they're going through the worst times of their life? They'll be told God can't give you more than you can handle, which is the Christian way of saying suck it the fuck up.
I'll do it for you.
And I feel like that's damaging.
It is.
Like, what?
I've heard that before.
So I don't know, that it just sounds so heartless.
Like empty and hollow, as opposed
Yeah,
to somebody
it's
saying,
like-
suck it the fuck up.
Yeah, it's like to hear that if you're going through something. And now I get not everybody has it to help, Not everybody can be of assistance in all situations.
Yeah.
I get it. But And it's usually people who could have the means to assist telling everybody that. Yeah, I mean, the ones with the most are always the ones screaming, grab yourself by the bootstraps and keep on moving, when they ain't even never tied their own shoes. But we ain't going to get into that today.
Oh, shit.
But I don't know. I feel like that adds to, as we all know, as a crisis nowadays, is mental health. A lot of people going through it. It's a lot of things that I feel like get left out of the mental health conversation. Yeah, I mean, everybody wants clinical or something that can be widely felt through all cultures.
I feel like when people associate mental health, bro, they're the only thing they think of is crazy.
Oh yeah.
The only thing they think of is someone that can't listen.
Like people,
someone that can't.
Bro,
comprehend.
you gotta think, bro. Us when we growing up, there wasn't no such thing as depression.
Well, there was also there used to be. I swear there used to be a belief that black kids didn't get depressed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There was no such thing as depression. Now we know it existed. We know it
just didn't apply to us.
Yeah, if you were going through something, then you was just going through something, then you be alright.
Put some dirt on it.
Yeah, you be alright. You said you be alright.
Put some dirt on it.
Now, that may have made us a little tougher mentally, but I also feel like it numbed us a lot.
To give a fuck?
Yeah, it numbed.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like, it numbed us a lot. That's why if we see something that actually makes us feel something, that's why we go so hard about it. We go so strong about it, because we're not used to actually giving a fuck, especially about a stranger. Somebody you don't know.
Think about it like this, bro. Remember, there's that, and remember, there should be a time where there was an assumption as a little boy, you literally were not allowed to cry. There we go. That my mic sounds a lot better. You were not allowed to cry. Oh yeah. They would tell you literally. I remember growing, but I'm talking about even from boys. Like, you'll cry in front of your friends. They be like, man, you acting like a little girl.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah, I mean, they just
imagine you got a gash.
Oh yeah.
Coming from your forehead to your eye.
Oh yeah. I remember seeing one of my friends get hit by a car. I could see his bone. Ooh. He was just sitting there like, somebody get my mom. I was like, you ain't going. Bro, like, I remember this shit so vividly, bro, because I was looking him dead in his face like, bro, you don't feel that? Like, you ain't going whimper? You ain't going, nigga, can I get an ouch?
Facts.
Like, he was just, can somebody go get my mom?
He wasn't allowed.
Bro, and I never thought about it like that. Yeah, I mean, because you hear all the stories. Oh, when something happens right then and there, it's adrenaline. You don't feel it. So that's that's what was going through my mind. I'm like, oh, that adrenaline shit must be real, because that man didn't even make a sad face. And mind you, I think I had to be like 9 at the time, and I'm pretty sure he was younger than me. And we was riding our bikes. Car hit the bend. Car hit him.
Damn.
Yeah. And
God damn.
Bro. Well, it was weird, bro. It was probably like one of the first times I realized, like, damn. Cause I ain't gonna lie, bro. It looked like a chicken bone.
Oh shit.
Like,
well, I think
big ass chicken bone.
You know, I think the misconception of bones is also a very big thing. Like,
yeah, bro. It was.
You look at the human body, you be like, man, that bone must be big and fun. But in reality, it's like that.
Yeah, and we were kids, so he wasn't even full grown.
Yeah,
but I was like, bro, but he didn't cry.
Yeah, because he probably bro. Let's be honest. The last thing that any black kid wanted to be was the crybaby.
Oh yeah, I remember, bro. I don't know why I was around a lot of people getting hit by cars, but I remember.
You sure it just wasn't your juju?
It might have been because I remember my little brother was following me when I clearly told him not to, but you know how that goes. So he's following me.
Don't tell me.
I'm trying to go to my friend's house. I cross the street. All I hear is poof. I turn around. He's on the ground. I'm like, why? First of all, why was you in the street?
You blamed him? Bro, you victim blamed?
Yes, 100%. Because guess who was getting in trouble for that?
That's not funny. But still.
No, but he was all right. He just got up, bro. He just got up
Just a fucking
and
thug.
continued crossing the street and was like, I'm looking. Dude in the car looked at both of us and just drove off. I was like, oh. I feel like he wasn't supposed to do that. But
He got up and like, he be all right.
bro, flat out. He just looked at us and was like,
All right.
all right, I'm going to continue going where I was going. He looked all right.
Facts.
And bro, once again, he didn't cry. He just got up, came back over to me and was like, and just looking at me like, where we going? Nigga, what? We got to figure out. We got to figure out if you okay first. Like, I understand you got up and walked your ass over here.
That don't mean it was right.
Yeah. But overall, he was all right. But my thing is, bro, I don't know. I feel like if I would have got hit by a car, even if I felt like I was okay, I'd have hit a nigga with a ouch or something. like
Morally, it seemed right.
yeah, bro. It's like you gotta acknowledge that a vehicle just hit you.
That's a fact.
But apparently, we didn't. Cause, bro, like I said, I feel like a lot of the mentalities or what we were taught as we were growing up numbed us to dealing with.
I firmly believe I grew up very fucking different. Like I was,
Yeah, because like
I mean,
not every, and that's a good point because even though a lot of experiences may resonate with a larger percentage of the black community, yeah, I mean, being black is not being one thing. Every single black person did not grow up the exact same way.
No.
Not all have the exact same experiences. We do not.
We shouldn't.
Yeah, we don't, because last I checked, my mama wasn't a crackhead. I'll check again later when I leave, but yeah, I mean, because, bro, these are, yeah, I mean, according to the TV.
You gotta relax.
According to the TV, everybody's mama's a crackhead. Everybody's daddy either in jail or dead.
You right.
Everybody, yeah, I mean, everybody. If you made it to 30, you done spend at least 6 years in jail. But like I said, even though that's a narrative, that's not everybody's story.
I was always told to speak up. Like this is why, like, I have issues with people talking about mental illness and women who don't have the ability to say no. Like at one point in my life, I can honestly say my mom would be like, "Yo, Cece, shut up." Then she realized, like, majority of the time I was not shutting up, or I was talking for a reason. It was more so like, "Yo, no disrespect." Like when the transgender, and that's a different subject, but like when the transgenders used to walk around and hail my Oliver.
Used to.
Nah, but no, my thing about it is, back then they walked around and then, you know, it is what it is. So when I would call them out, my mom like, "Cece, it's a man. We know it's a man. Just let it be."
Yeah.
One of them. Just cause you say it don't mean.
Yeah. Now it's like, look, it's a transgender. Or you
hurry up. I get what you're saying.
Hurry up. Don't say that.
I get what you're saying.
And I think we, in a sense, like you said, sensitize people.
Desensitized.
Yeah, there you go. Desensitized.
I think these Red Bulls are kicking in.
Well, when it comes to certain subjects, it was definitely
taboo.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. Like even when it comes to, like you said, the sexuality, we didn't talk about it. I had a very openly gay uncle. He passed away a few years ago, but literally for years, like, didn't, like, everybody knew, because it wasn't like he wasn't hiding it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I mean, he wasn't hiding it. He was who he was. But for a majority of my young life, he was literally the only example of somebody I knew that was actually gay. But he wasn't, how can I say, like, I guess you could say he was kind of ostracized, but being my uncle and my mom and my other uncles, they wasn't going to disown him. Yeah, I mean, they wasn't about to just erase him from our family just because
of a life of
who he was.
Of who he was.
Yeah.
Of who loved him and who he loved.
Yeah. So
the reality of that, like, that's, bruh.
Yeah, hold on. I need to take the statement back about being desensitized and put it back onto sensitivity, because back then we didn't care if you was gay, like on what you were saying. Now it's like, if you say you don't care that person's gay, now you're in trouble. So it's like everybody is sensitive.
Oh yeah. Some subjects got overly sensitive.
Yeah,
and it's like there's nothing you can say if you're quote unquote heterosexual. If you speak on this subject and you're not fucking shitting rainbows at it, then you're the fucking bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
Which is weird, but it is what it is, because like you said, I don't care what other people do in their lives. You know what I mean?
Why would I?
People, I don't know, people are so worried about what's going on outside their homes and outside their friend group or outside their own community or their own village, quote unquote, that they're missing what the fuck is going on within their home. You so worried about what's on the gay people kissing on the TV that you not paying attention to your kids that's been screaming for fucking attention, but you too busy making a video because you upset because fucking LOL dolls got on lingerie.
And that was debunked on the Creative Noise page.
I could care less. Bro.
Yeah, I could care less either.
It got debunked?
Yes. The Hey Demu podcast, they debunked all that.
They didn't debunk it.
Well, they
said
they proved all of it being somebody overly sensitive.
Yeah, because they have on lingerie, but if you, I could care less.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Those fucking little ass dolls are expensive as shit. So
now, on top of on what you're saying about like you can care less, do you think you need to start caring more on the fact that now we are in a sense training back on the sensitive word, we're training our kids to be hypersensitive to everything that is going on. Hey, this, like for instance, like, hey, this brat doll has a nipple.
Yeah. See, I'm less on teaching my kids on how to feel about something and more on teaching them, just giving them the information, letting them know if they have questions about something, talking to them about it, letting them know what's going on, giving them the information. Now,
what they do with it?
Yeah. So, cause like you said, everybody has a fucking agenda. Even if you don't know you have an agenda or you don't want to have an agenda, you do. It's there. You feel some type of way about everything, regardless if it applies to you or not. You're human. It is what it is. Now, whether you force those feelings down your child's throat or down other people's throat in general, especially when it comes to your kids, because you are literally molding the little fuckers. So it is. Yeah, I mean, that's why racism's so strong on all fronts, because there are good people on both sides. But I apologize.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Don't do that.
I apologize.
Don't
do that.
A
a lot of hate, a lot of ignorance, a lot of bigotry. All that shit is taught.
Yes.
All that shit is taught. I have yet to see a toddler not hug a child of a different race. Like I've literally had to break kids up. Like, hey, you can't just be kissing everybody you see. Back up.
I mean,
hey, was crazy.
You know,
kid was like that at first, like huggy.
You know,
Yeah.
Toddlers are the definition of how you treat me is how I treat you.
Oh, big facts.
Now
until they're taught otherwise.
The problem I have is that people want their differences. They want to be separate, but don't want to respect it.
Oh,
So, for instance, I'm gonna speak on black people. So, black people want to be black. We want to be powerful. We want to be respected. We want to be acknowledged. We want to be celebrated, but we also want to be mourned like everybody else. The problem I have with it is that we do have a lot of black people that think that we are the only race. That since we've been duped throughout history, that we need to return that favor.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And yeah.
I think that aids in the desensitized sense of how we look at racism sometimes, and it also hinders us from really, really loving one another because we are so hard on one another. Literally, we are so hard on one another.
Preach up.
That we remove we remove accomplishments of every step because it's not in favor of another race's approval.
Oh yeah, and
think LeBron's only celebrated because white people pay him to be on TV.
Oh yeah, well, yeah.
When you have, I know there was neighborhood legends that's probably better than Jordan and LeBron.
Pee Wee Kirkland.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now I'm not taking it away from them because at the end of the day, a lot of these dudes, they do use their platform. You know what I'm saying? They use their platform to speak on what is going on. The problem I have with is that we within our community, dog. And this is what I was saying earlier. Like I was joking and shit, but this is something I was literally thinking about earlier. That one of the biggest issues we have as a community is that when someone presents something to us, our immediate reaction is to joke about it. Our immediate reactions to, oh, I'm about to tear him up. Our immediate reaction is not in the sense of, all right, I don't know what that is. What is that? What do you mean? What does that do for me? We're no longer asking questions about what this person within our community is presenting to us.
Yeah.
And this is why entertainment within our community is so glorified. Because when you're in the entertainment world, everything you do is a show. It's nothing being taught. And that's where we're so hard on each other. Even, bruh, I be seeing people talk shit on NBA players, and I'm like, bruh, I don't think some of y'all understand what it means. Yeah, you're 6'10", but everybody on that court 6'10". Everybody on that court is literally, they can have a dog day and be shitting on this star.
I can give you a prime example. I went to the barber shop. The dude in the back, now, dude looked a little off, a little goofy, wouldn't I? My bad. Dude looked a little goofy and was off. He wasn't, so everybody's like laughing, like, oh yeah, you don't want to go with him and blah, blah, blah. The dude told me, he was like, I'm starting out. Like nobody's gonna give him that chance to better himself. But so you'll sit and joke about him as opposed to getting in the chair and saying, bro, cut my hair and we'll go from there. Like I don't identify as black. But watching that shit happen, it pisses me off. So I gave the motherfucker $50. Because it seems like in the black community, don't nobody want to give you a chance to better yourself unless they are on the equal playing field. If they know they have a possibility
to gain
to gain something or be better than you or show your downfall, they don't want to interact with you.
Oh yeah, because even when it comes down to all the joking, I think the important thing is to be able to, like, I'm gonna tell you, the most important thing I ever learned was there's a time and place for everything.
That's a fact.
So we're not saying that, yeah, I mean, the jokes need to stop and everybody got to be super serious all the fucking time and all this extra shit, because
there's a time and place for everything.
Yeah, if you've heard any other episodes, you know it's full of the bullshit.
These are facts.
It's important to know, like, if there's a situation, whether it be extremely serious or just have an inkling of seriousness, to know when you be like, all right, that was funny, but on a serious note.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, is this really viable, or is this a good step? Or you got to be able to have a serious conversation. Not everything
is meant to be what it is.
At every time is an opportunity for you to take jabs. Now, like I said, I might take a couple jabs, but because I'll tell you like this: people who know me at work versus the people who know me at personally, they would swear I'm two different fucking people. Like they would watch a podcast and go, "Who the fuck is that guy?" I've worked with him for several months, and he said like 2 whole sentences to me, and that's a legit assessment because I'm at work.
Facts.
So I'm here.
Fucking facts.
To work. I got friends. I don't need that here. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, if we become cool, that's alright. That's a bonus. But that's not what I'm here for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I punch in for a reason.
That's a fact.
So that's what I mean by time and place for everything. I'm not going to go to, say, a funeral with the same energy I come to a party with.
You should.
But we all know people who do.
Yes.
We all know somebody. not bro.
I know. I just want to throw a jab at him.
I hear you. But, bro, we all know the people. Well, one, I know for a fact that's a coping mechanism. Because we all know the people who, as soon as they open them doors at the church, the whole church get real herbal. And you go, Cuzzo here. But, because they smoked it out before they even got dressed.
These are facts. I was talking to my son about that introvert extrovert shit.
Yeah.
And like, I'm speaking on like the people that that come to the party and this is how they act, this is how their interaction and all that.
Yeah.
I believe people can be introvert and I believe people can be extrovert. But my thing is, I refuse to have a kid let me rephrase this. I refuse to enable you being that individual.
Yeah. Because
I have no issue you being an introvert, but I need you to be able to speak up for yourself.
Oh yeah.
I need you to be able to when you have to be in a social area to be able to be social. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't need you, because I need you to understand in life that you will miss opportunities being able that. And sometimes as an extrovert, sometimes you could talk yourself out of an opportunity because you're so much of an extrovert.
Oh yeah.
Because I have a child that does not shut the fuck up.
Oh yeah.
Like legit, like he thinks that he's just this motherfucker was on the tutor sessions like smiling and giggling with the teachers and shit. I was ready to smack the shit out of both of them. Like, bro, don't be smiling and snickering with my child. But you know what I'm saying? Now, granted,
like, what the fuck is so funny up in here?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, he's so social that he made it easy for this person to teach him.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I want this. I need that person that's an adult to tell him, like, hey, now,
Relax.
go ahead and let me teach this class.
So, yeah, good one. All right, that was your one for the day.
Exactly.
Bring it back down.
Exactly. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And I think as people that we allow that so much that we eliminate just being able to be people, man. Like,
Oh yeah.
think back then some of us might have been introverts, but it was impossible for us to just be that.
Nah, I managed it pretty well.
But you're social. You were still able to be in a crowd and just be able to, you know what I'm saying? Somebody say what's up to you, you ain't gonna be like, like you be like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You was
yeah.
able to be like, what's good with you?
Oh, yeah.
How you doing? Da-da-da-da, and kept it pushing. You know what I'm saying?
But I could disappear in the fucking crowd.
Yeah.
Cause as y'all know, I don't fuck with people all like that.
Because I feel like people's introvert now though means that you're just a scared person. Like this, how I feel like people make you
I
seem
feel like that's a whole nother category.
People
but
feel-
it gets fucking pushed in with being an introvert. Don't give introverts a bad name.
People,
we not bad people.
People fell victim to linguistic trends,
linguistic.
like
Did
language.
you just name a food?
Language trends. You can see it so common, like especially with mental illness.
Logistics?
Yeah, there you go. No, logistics.
No,
would be
linguistic.
Linguistics?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
language. You can hear
Yes, bro.
the way
I'm gonna look it up.
you can hear it in the way people speak.
Yeah.
Like, remember, I was so against my opinion. Obviously, you're talking.
Yeah.
If you notice, people started with my mental health. Then people started with, I'm an introvert. I'm an extrovert. You just don't want to do shit. Like, why do you gotta be late? Because you don't want to walk out that house don't mean you're an introvert.
The reason
Now,
why I say my opinion is because I don't want nobody to sue me.
Well, no, obviously it's your opinion, but that's what I'm saying.
No. Nothing's obvious.
If I don't state this is my opinion and someone says,
Nothing's
they
obvious.
gave me a health tip on this.
That's why you have to say allegedly.
Well, no, you can say allegedly.
That's
for
why a doctor
defamation.
says, that's why a doctor gets a license for a practice.
Malpractice or practice. Yes,
You know what I'm
so
saying?
you can't.
Gives
say-
a doctor for a practice, and he says, in my opinion.
Yeah. You kick the bucket, he go, well, we ain't using that one no more. That's fucked up.
But yeah, I think social trends hurt a lot of people,
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
and it's going around like the whole.
Yeah. I feel like
the new. I disagree. We can agree to disagree. That new shit is starting to piss me
that's,
off.
but
because-
it's not new.
no, I'm just saying.
I've been agreeing to disagree with people for years.
People are using it, and because it's such a trend, they use it in the wrong scenario.
all
Or
right.
we'll say if like somebody's saying a hard, stone cold fact, they'll go, "Well, we could just gonna disagree."
We're gonna agree to disagree.
Like, nigga, I just gave you a factual statement. You're gonna disagree with me?
Well,
It's dismissive.
the
I feel like
it depends. I think it depends on the conversation.
yeah, that's what he was saying.
Cause a lot of people, what I'm saying though, a lot of people.
Well, let's agree to disagree.
It's true. But because I know when I said that, my statement on that is that I can still be your friend, or I can still be cool with you, but that doesn't mean I have to agree with you.
Yes.
With everything.
Yes, you know what I'm saying. Now
We don't have to have a fucking hive mind.
me telling you that we can agree to disagree means that I'm telling you right now that if you give me the chance, I will shoot you in the back. That's what it sounds like, bruh. That's what it sounds like.
No, it depends on the context.
I agree to
Because
disagree.
If we're having a conversation about whether you think Megan Thee Stallion is attractive, and one person says yes and the other one says no, they can agree to disagree.
And they will go to war.
Not if they agree to disagree.
I agree to disagree.
Exactly.
You
just proved my point.
We will go to war. We will go to war
No, we're not, because we just agreed.
to disagree.
Exactly.
And that means we'll go to war.
That's not what that means.
What does
That-
it mean?
That means you're avoiding war. That's why you agreed.
They just said that in
Shit.
Legend of Korra.
I just said I'll shoot you in the back.
No, that's because you're an idiot.
I said I'll shoot you in the back. That means that
No, I said I agree to disagree. Now, if you say, okay, I'm going to shoot you in the back, we don't agree to disagree. Now we're at war.
Bruh, if I shoot you in the back, we ain't going to war. You're dead.
I don't know why you're going to shoot someone because you don't find Megan Thee Stallion attractive.
Bruh, have we not?
That's the same with the Jordan and LeBron.
Yeah, but no one's been shot in the back, bro.
You'll be surprised.
I
For them
would-
12s?
What? He said Jordan and LeBron, bro. What are you? Anyway.
Anyway,
He's trying to make something out of nothing. And I don't understand why.
so I do want to get back on the grief shit. I think,
Before we get back on grief,
yes.
just because we were on the subject earlier, I just wanted to talk about when we talked about communities in general.
Mm-hmm.
And this goes with all nationalities, all religions, all races, however you want to subcategorize yourself, however, whatever box you want to put yourself in, whatever you decide. For some reason, everybody wants the benefit of the doubt, but absolutely no one wants to give it out. Everybody wants to be the exception to the rule, but they don't believe anybody else is.
Talk that shit.
So I don't understand how you can sit there and say, fuck, yo. All this shit they say about black people in the news is so fucked up. It's wrong. This is not who we are. This is not how we live. This is fucked up. But as soon as you see a Muslim, you yell terrorist. How, Sway? How do you know you're being lied to about? How do you know they're being lied to about you, but you think they're telling you the truth about them?
Train thoughts, bro.
How?
Train thoughts, bro.
This is like Cager's having a fucking conniption over there.
Because black people are the most racist.
Bro, this
Nah.
goes
Nah,
for every
hold on.
fucking body,
No,
bro.
no, the only reason why I say them is for the fact that you claim that you're the most hated. So then you bitch and complain about it, but then you turn around and you literally call every other group or race or group, but you know, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Yeah.
Who the fuck started, bro?
Bro, no, we're not gonna do this.
You right.
We're not gonna do this.
You right.
Because my point is, you can say we're the most racist, but every other race does the exact same thing. They claim they're the most hated, yet they give out hate so much freer. Everybody does it, bro. No matter what religions do it. Even if you don't have a religion, guess what? They hate you because you don't have a religion, but them dumb motherfuckers do have a religion. Bro, everybody does it. Every category does it. Every fucking box you check, all of them. And I don't get it. Everybody wants to be loved, but they don't want to love no damn body.
We still ain't giving horns.
No, we ain't giving horns.
Okay.
Because we about to get back into the subject.
Facts.
I did have a question.
Go ahead.
Can you consider yourself religious if you only practice one?
I believe that is the point. To only practice one.
But religious is plural.
Yeah.
I,
So you mean you practice
religious?
Yeah.
I believe that's just the word, bro.
Just wondering. I was wondering if you could really consider yourself religious, if not practice, if you don't educate yourself in other religions.
I get what
We
you
going, bro.
said.
I feel like we
Another
need,
subject.
we need to save that for another day.
I
'Cause
apologize. You're right.
We can go off speaking on faith and religion, but we're gonna try to get back to speaking on grief and loss, just because
Yeah.
it's happening.
You know, I think the hardest concept of grief for me, is the factor of what you did, and what you didn't do.
Oh yeah.
I think a lot goes into what ifs when it comes to
yeah.
grief.
When it comes to death losing someone passing away, regardless of how, when, why, when it comes to death.
Yeah. Is there an echo, bro?
And I feel like that goes, it triples, quadruples when it comes to children, because a child is literally nothing but physical manifestation of potential.
Yes.
Of possibility. It's walking around what if. So I feel like that's why it just hurts more when it comes to a child passing away.
You know why also, bro?
Well, I guess I wouldn't say it hurts more. It just hurts differently.
Yeah. You know one thing is it's because, bruh, children are so pure, bruh. Like,
oh yeah,
like when a kid is happy, that is literally that emotion. Like, there is no pretending. Like,
oh yeah,
that emotion is with that emotion. Like, that's what that is. When a child is crying and sad, that's them. That they're not taught to not express that.
Oh yeah.
This is expression is what human nature is, and this is why children are so believable, and this is why children are so, how can I put this, so manipulated.
Oh yeah.
But I don't want to get into that part. But the child's mind is not meant to trick another person. It's not meant to hide. It's not meant to. It is the pure essence of this is what my day is.
Pure existence, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like my son wakes up in the morning and goes, "Good morning, Daddy." And it, as an adult, it takes me to go like, not to be like, what the fuck is you so happy for?
Oh, bro.
But
these are facts, bro. Like, to just, bro, because it's children. Everything means so much more because there's no experience they haven't been through anything to tarnish what they think or how they feel. They haven't had any experiences that have broken them out of their innocence. For the majority,
they haven't been manipulated yet.
Yeah, they haven't been taught how to think.
Mm-hmm. Empty mind.
Oh yeah. So because children, bro, it's like even the simplest things, and and I feel like once you get older and you kind of lose that purity, it's fucked up because it starts to irritate you.
Yeah,
because it's like, I mean, my son go, "Daddy, can I have a drink and a snack?" And I go ahead. He goes, "Yay!" And I'm like, "What the fuck is you yaying for? You had a drink and a snack 6 hours ago. The fuck is you so happy about? It's a damn Pop-Tart."
But then you realize.
But it's like, do you really want to take that away? Do you not? Do you really want them to not yay anymore? Wow.
Are they allowed to not be happy about what they happy about?
Oh yeah, the simple shit.
Yeah.
Like, kids can't ask you a question without singing about it. And it has to be some choreographed fucking dance that they just came up with to go with this damn question. And it's like,
I'll give you that.
And you just like, the fuck out my face. But it's like, yo,
you so parent that you don't even.
Like, it's like, today can I have you didn't know what you was gonna ask me before you started this sentence? I'm thinking about it. How you start asking me before you knew how this sentence was gonna end? So I don't know which one I want. So stop singing at me and ask me the damn question.
When do you think that this is gonna be a two-part? Yeah. When do you think children lose their innocence and do you think when you get older and we'll say more, just an example, financial stabilized in life, do you think you will get that, in a sense, Michael Jackson child mentality back of woo? I love roller coasters and shit.
I feel I will get way more childish once my kids move the fuck out. But when it comes to children, when it comes to them losing their bright-eyedness, their, you know, just joy about every fucking thing, I feel like there's two components to that. One is definitely parents and family, people within the household, and two is their friends. Because that peer pressure and that judgingness. Because if your friends' parents all shut that shit down in the house and you still come outside skipping down the fucking street, now your friends is looking at you like you the weirdo. Now you can't skip no more. You know what I mean? So that's a two-parter. That's why, like you said, your job, I feel like my job as a parent is to give my kids as much information. Try to take who they are, because whether you know it or not, your child already has a personality. They already have in their mind who they want to be or what they want to do. They've seen or they felt or they realize who they are as an individual. That's why a lot of people they see it and they go, damn, you changed so much. Well, I feel like you didn't encourage them enough to be happy about who they were. You didn't celebrate who they were as a person. You didn't celebrate their personality. You didn't celebrate their individualism. You didn't. Yeah, I mean, one, you probably tried to put them in a fucking box because you might have wanted them to be more like you.
Ooh, live through them, baby.
Oh yeah, so you might have put them in a fucking box, but guess what? The box, who you wanted them to be and who they wanted to be, didn't match.
Remember, they box might just be a little bit bigger
and older.
So
a lot more space.
They fuck around. You try to make them into one thing. They wanted to be something else, but they found a group of friends they fit in with, and that group of friends is something totally fucking different
than what you wanted to be.
Than what you wanted them to be and who they was in the beginning.
That's how.
So now they're a human that you have no idea who the fuck they are, what the fuck they're capable of, what they're gonna do, and how they're being manipulated, what their train of thought is.
That's how the kids that's in the church, you know, they grow up.
Talking about the pastor's kids,
just to, you know, that lifestyle. As soon as they get older, like fuck church, or they just start wilding,
or just you know how. I hate to give him energy, but it's my concept that I've learned when I was like 15 years old. If you keep a wild animal locked up long enough, when it becomes free, it doesn't matter what it is. It becomes who it wants to be very fast.
Oh yeah. Listen, I learned in high school, bro. I learned in high school from various experiences that the parents who tried to shelter or protect their, and I'm speaking in daughters in general, because those are the ones who are usually over fucking protected, overbearing upon.
Yes.
If you tried to hold their leash too fucking tight, a lot of those girls became
different.
They became runaways.
Yeah.
Because I knew a lot of runaways. And the way they, found shelter.
Yeah.
Was to do exactly what you didn't want them to do.
Yeah. I think, you know, that concept of protection is a very strange one when it comes to kids. And kids have this misconception of reality when it comes to reality, and I mean that like in an instance of me raising my son, my oldest, he's 14, right? And so I asked him what does he want to do with his life, and you know, just normal basic Disney question type shit. And he told me he wants to be a YouTuber, and all he wants to do is just play his game. But the reality that I have to let him know, that I have to remind him is that the only way you'll be able to ever be able to play your game is that you got to do what you got to do first. And because at the end of the day, I can't push you to be, I mean, I'm going to push you, but I can't make you who I want you to be. But I have to still parent you to put you in a position to understand what you need to do to be who you want to be.
Yeah.
So I had to remind him. I said, I tell him, I said, listen, if you want to play your game, right? What's the basic things that you need to be able to do to play your game that you want to play? You got to have a home. You got to have electricity. You got to have water. You got to have gas, and you got to have food. And the only way to get any of that is to have a job, have a career, do something. Because at the end of the day, that's the only way you'll be able to find that peace. Because when I'm dead and gone and I'm far away from this earth, I can't give you that shelter. I can't give you that home. And the reality of it is, when you get older and the person that you love, a lot of people are not going to accept the fact that that's all you want to do.
Yeah. And my thing, look, when it comes to, you want to be, you want to be a YouTuber, you want to do this YouTube thing, and you want that to be your source of income. All right, cool. But I feel like it's important. All right, you want to do the YouTube thing, you want to game for a living. All right, cool. We know for a fact that is a viable source of income for those who make it work.
For this upcoming generation.
It's not, bro, you can't really even say upcoming because...
I'm talking about like it's more of like a thing.
It's
like
there's stats out now.
Yeah, we weren't able to make money back then with us being good at games. Unless we was betting each other.
As a kid.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
But the thing is, even if you manage to make that happen, you need to understand that it's not going to be easy.
No.
You it's not just you sitting here playing this game. That's not the job.
That market is flooded.
It's not even just the fact that the market is flooded. That's not the only thing you have to do.
Yeah.
You have to make this video. You need this equipment, first of all, to do this. Then you have to make this video. Then you have to edit this video. You have to upload this video on multiple platforms. You have to update people constantly. Mm-hmm. You have to interact with people constantly. You have to be in touch with your community. You have to. This is
build. You literally have to build a brand.
This has to be
your lifestyle,
your life. Yeah, it has to be your life. But before you get to that point, guess what? You're gonna have to have a regular source of income first,
and that's the only reality.
In order to afford these things.
Yes, and that's the reality. You know what I mean?
And by having a regular source of income, that could be, if you manage to make it before you graduate high school, that means your regular source of income was getting your responsibilities done at home and in school. Mm-hmm. So you have the time to invest in this gaming.
Before I go back to grief.
Yeah.
Bro, there's so much. There's so much that I kick myself for believing when I was younger than I am now when I'm older. Yeah. That I really it echoes in my brain. Like, if I knew what I knew now, back then, I would be okay. And one of the biggest concepts that I hate is that people say that everybody doesn't need to go to school, which I believe I do. But at the same time, I believe the importance of education is so important. And I mean that on a standard of gaining knowledge doesn't mean you have to learn a specific thing to be who you want to be. Knowledge is not meant to be something that you got to make money from all the time. I believe knowledge is meant to use for you to be a go like, damn, man, I want to look into this, or I should do this, or let me try this, because the more you learn, the more you go like, okay, what is that? Like, what does that do? Like, what is that? Where's this go?
Yeah.
Because I feel like when we stifle each other, when we don't seek knowledge anymore, that we tempo out. Like we plateau right here. This is where we at. And the moment we stop seeking knowledge is the moment that our creativity dies. And I'm talking about in the sense of, just imagine, bro, if before Facebook was a thing, and one of us said what Mark Zuckerberg said in high school. Just imagine we was like, man, what if we could talk to somebody on the internet, not like how MySpace is, but just be able to talk to somebody on the internet and just within our school. It's that type of thing, bro. It's that type of thinking that creates a different broad of thinking. And that's even with the gaming. So say we talk about the gaming. Say it takes the biggest problem with the gaming industry right now, bro, is I feel like gamers aren't making games. The people that want money from the gamers are making games. And that's why so many games now they're trash.
Garbage.
Because the gamers are plateauing and gamers are just expecting people to know what they want instead of the gamer making the game. And that's why we have so many issues.
Yeah. And even speaking on education, only time I feel like education is a waste is if you're, I'm speaking as far as college.
Mm-hmm.
The only time a college is a waste is if you're in college with zero direction. You're just there because you was told to be there. You have no idea what you want to do.
Yeah.
You have no clue whatsoever.
You're wasting resources.
Yeah. So now you got to the point where maybe you're 2-3 years in and you finally figured it out. But you figured it out 60 grand late. Too late. So
my biggest problem with people in college is that people don't want to travel. People want to graduate from their home college and stay in their home and go.
I feel like that's probably a small margin.
Well, when I'm saying,
I feel like a lot of people can't fucking wait to get
no, what I'm saying though is that a lot of people
out they city.
What I'm saying though, there's a lot of people, bro, that won't they won't leave their family. They won't leave their mom or dad in the state because that's their mom and dad, which I understand. I get it, but you can't sit here and say there's nothing in my market, and then you see something over across 3 states over. Yeah, you might have to leave.
Yeah,
but then you complain. But then you're sitting here saying that the market is not viable, when in reality, the sacrifice that you don't want to take is the sacrifice of you just don't want to,
that somebody else is going to take.
Yeah,
and now that job is gone.
Prime example. Cliff.
I knew he was gonna say it.
No.
I know. You told the story.
Yeah, in San Francisco.
Yeah.
And she didn't want to pick up because her family was there.
Yeah.
That.
And that's another thing as men. Oh, bruh, as men, I feel like it's like a damned if you do, damned if you don't moments.
Yeah. Well,
and the reason why I say that is because just imagine if I got a construction gig in Alaska that was going, and I had to be up there for 3 months, but it's paying me $60,000.
Yeah.
And I don't go because I don't know if my family will be bad without me, or my wife puts me in a position of saying like, I don't want you to leave because I need you to do this. I need to do that.
We already know that, because that's the one thing that irritates the fuck out of me, bro. It, like, inside deep, like at the bottom of my soul, bro. When I hear motherfuckers say, oh, I'm leaving him or she left me because I work too much.
Yeah.
Oh, bitch. Oh, bitch. Yet and still, you filed for this alimony.
Ooh.
You still want to benefit off of all my work, but you don't want to be there, and then now you bitter and mad because the nigga that worked too much worked his way up in that company, but you left him 3 years in. But now his new wife gets all the time because guess what?
He got time.
He got time now
because he just running shit from a cell phone.
Because so now you who instilled all this hate in your children for their father because he worked too much, and now you treating them, and now they treat their other siblings like shit because that's his new family, them is his new kids, and they think they better than us because they got the big house on the hill. Bitch, you left.
I feel like if someone, bro, I feel like the person filing for divorce shouldn't get any money,
bro,
unless there's legit
I've had
reasons.
And like I said, I worked in the oil and gas field.
Yeah,
bro.
you and I've had a lot.
Yeah, I've had these conversations with these dudes, and they're like, "Yeah, I'm on my third marriage, bro."
And you just keep getting married.
And
don't do it. I know. I apologize.
Hey, but and like they'll be telling me like, yeah, my kids from my first wife, they don't talk to me. I ain't get invited to their little college graduation, even though
you funded it.
I paid for all that.
You know what's so fucked up, bro?
I paid for tutoring. I paid for the private schools. I paid for all that. Cause these motherfuckers, when I say these motherfuckers was making money.
Do you know what's fucked up, bro? Is that parents don't apologize to their kids for their hate for their parent, for the other parent.
Yeah. I was lucky enough my parents, they didn't like each other, but they didn't express it to me.
Yeah.
Until I got older.
Oh yeah. Oh wow.
Once I moved out, all bets was off. I knew exactly how they felt about each other. But growing up, I mean, they didn't.
It was non-existent.
Oh yeah, they didn't.
It wasn't none of your business.
Facts, bro. They ain't have shit to say to me about grown folk business.
Hell no. It might slip.
Nah, it only slipped right before you get kicked out of a room you wasn't supposed to be in.
Get the fuck out of grown folk business.
You fuck around and laugh, and they go, "The fuck you doing in here?"
Imagine you pop on the bed.
No, you done sat down. Yeah, you fucked around and picked up a piece of. You fuck around and pick up that Reese cup that's been sitting on her nightstand for 3 weeks.
That she finally won.
Now she won it because you done picked it the fuck up.
I swear to mom senses smell the Snickers come out the freezer.
All of a sudden, where my candy?
Yo.
3 weeks later.
But
now that I'm older, now I know why it's been 3 weeks, because that was the last time your cycle came.
Oh shit.
I apologize.
Well, I made a statement that like, even if you are apart with your spouse or your with your child's parent or whatever, you should at least say you love them in front of them, so it teaches them that you wasn't fighting and they understand what love is in a sense. Now, I understand that
love the spouse or the child.
Just like saying that in a sense that child sees some kind of some love.
You talking about me telling my son's mom I love you?
As opposed to them seeing the bickering and the bitching. So when they grow up,
if they witness all the bullshit.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
You can't. My thing, if
they
witness the bullshit, I don't want to sit there and go through all that and then go like, "I love you," because then they gonna be.
Yeah, that's different.
Because now you're teaching them.
They gonna be toxic.
Because yes,
they gonna be toxic.
Because now you're teaching them.
About, bitch, I love you.
Yeah. Ooh.
I don't mean that.
I think the biggest thing that kids need to see, period, from parents is communication.
Oh, facts. Conversation.
I'm talking about.
Well, yes, but no, mind your business.
Oh yeah, all right, yeah, but
I know what you're saying.
Yeah,
but they gonna get kicked out the room.
Yeah, I'm talking about. But when I say all right, I'm even talking about communication in the sense of like, hey, did we talk about this today? Like the bill.
Oh
today?
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Did we? Not the hey, look here, bitch. not you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, without the
because
hostility.
Because the reality of it is, when it comes to parenting kids in the home, and I see the difference in my oldest son. I see the difference because he 1 week he's with his mom, 1 week he's with me. But then I got my son that's been with me since literally he left my ball sack to his mom, and then he's here. You know what I'm saying? So I carried him for 25 years. And she carried for 9 months.
That's not how she.
I know. That's petty shit. That's petty shit. But you know what I'm saying? I see the difference in literally emotion. Emotion. Now, the biggest difference is that me and my son's mom were toxic when he was like 1 or 2, but when he became old enough to really like be around, I stopped caring. I'm not arguing with you no more. You got me fucked up. I'm not arguing with you no more. I'm talking about I be on the phone and she be like, "You did a click." I'm not arguing with you. I'm hanging up on you. And the thing about it is that I fought in reality, I fought for my rights. I fought for me to have custody. The custody shit now, that shit don't even fucking matter. But I fought for my custody, and that forced her hand. That she no longer can go like, oh, she can't pick and choose when I can and cannot see my son. She cannot. Because if the moment you do, here's these reports. That's what it is. So when it became established of both our homes and we were able to, that forced a cordial communication line. That forced it because now we have to communicate on over here. This is what happened this week. Over there, this is what happened this week. It forced that, and it became you know what I'm saying? Like, it just became all right, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, you good over there, y'all good, you know what I'm saying? This is what it is. He sees us communicate. I could call his mom at any time and be like, yo, where he at? Let me talk to him real quick. You know what I'm saying? Or he can call me anytime. There ain't no such thing as like, oh, you're not talking to your son. That's okay. If you want to, if she ever felt like that, that's cool. I got my time coming. You know what I'm saying? But I don't put that energy on my son. So when I pick him up, I don't speak on his mom. I don't care. I'm not one of these. I hate when other parents pick up their kids and talk about the other parent. You know what I'm saying? Don't talk about the other parent to your kid about y'all issues. Your child ain't here for your issues. Because the reality of it is, if you'd have pulled out or rubbed it up, you wouldn't have this issue. So grow the fuck up.
I
apologize.
Kind of went on the tangent.
I'm sorry about my wild burst.
We apologize. We know this. We know this episode was supposed to mainly be on grief, but as we said earlier, sometimes there's really
niggas didn't want to cry on Mike B.
There's really not much to say, honestly.
I say everybody right now between us three, speak on. I say for at least 1 minute. 1 minute. Speak on the definition of grief, or how do you go about grief in your own. On 1 minute, like how do you address grief on your own? Because how you may address grief might give somebody insight on how to address it. It might make this person go like, I never looked at it like that. Let me try that. Like I'm talking about even a sense of write it down in a book or create a video or
no, because I'm not honestly sure. Like the fucked up thing is dealing with grief for me is probably another reason why I don't know how to go about helping people when it comes to helping them through their grief, unless they flat out give me step-by-step directions or tell me what they need me to do, or that's why for me I'm just a shoulder. You can come, I'll be there, talk to you. Need me to run to the store, I'll run to the store, whatever it may be.
But that's how you would handle it though. That's
as far as me dealing with grief myself.
Yeah.
One, I may reach out to somebody, like, or just talk about that person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, preferably somebody that knew him, but if not, Yeah, I mean, it might even be better for somebody that didn't know him, because then you can just tell them all about this person.
Somebody you probably don't even know.
Yeah, well, if I'm reaching out, I probably know.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about, like, I remember you told me before, a stranger sometimes can be your best friend when it comes to talking about something you.
Oh yeah, because they don't have any cards in the game.
They have no reason to lie to you.
Absolutely no reason. But
sorry, I apologize.
But yeah, when it comes down to it, when I'm dealing with grief, I honestly just, if I lost a person, because the same situation when a few years back when my boy K Stizzy passed. All I honestly did was I went down to my basement, just reminisced on the moments we had together. Yeah, I mean, thought about us chilling, looked at some pictures, called people that I knew him, that we, knew together, because we had a lot of common associates. If they didn't know what happened, I would let them know, and we would just talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, subjects would change. You talk about them, go back and forth. And that's pretty much how I handled it. Now, since I'm not a licensed psychologist, I don't know if I'm handling everything correctly, because I feel like I'm okay, but they always say you gonna feel like you okay till you blow the fuck up.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'm all right. And
I don't think there's no handbook.
Yeah, one day I don't just go fucking psychotic, but I legitimately feel like, for me personally, just talking about somebody I lost with somebody that knew them, or even somebody that I know that didn't know them,
yeah,
it helps me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel lighter after those conversations.
Yeah. I mean, that's.
Yeah.
There. I don't think there's really no true definition of how to handle grief. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, they say there's the stages, but I don't think I've ever went through stages, like the textbook stages of grief. Because I sometimes feel like maybe I got to acceptance too quick. That's why I feel like, maybe one day this shit will all bottle up.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like I'm bottling everything up.
Because you communicate.
Yeah. So, because you're supposed to go through denial, and, well, maybe I do, because once you hear it, you go, nah. Yeah. So that might just be my denial stage. It just might be real quick. Because once somebody passed away and you go, damn, really? That's your little bit of denial. Then once they say, yeah, then it's like, you gotta accept it, bro.
I think the older you get, though, your brain also accepts things differently.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I've always been really.
Well, I know when you're
accepting of people passing away. It's just, I don't know.
I just know when
I don't know if I just dealt with it a lot younger and just was like, all right, this is something that happens.
I just know when you're younger, your brain is on a different kind of emotional state. I think for me the hardest part about grief for me is people just lying, bro. Like is lying. And the reason why I have a problem with it is it's like when we talked about, like, when someone says they're there for you.
Yeah.
And or when someone says, like, or when someone pretends that they really care for this person.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? That's my biggest problem when it comes to my grief, because I feel like if you do that to somebody, what else have you lied about? Like, what?
Oh yeah. Shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Goddamn.
And
yeah, this is real shit.
And that's and the reason why I say that is because death, dog, people have, I feel like people have this fascination that death is just something that is like some old, like some, I don't know, like it's not like it's real, but it's like okay, they died.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When I get it, like, yeah, I get it that this person passed away, this person's no longer here, but the reality of this shit is that if this was a loved one, dog, you lost somebody, bro. Like, you lost somebody. And this is why I always say, like, anything outside of human nature a death outside of human nature is tragic, bro.
Yeah.
It's tragic.
Yeah. That's why even with human nature, I get what you're saying. Like when it's
like natural causes, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
natural causes, the shit still hurt.
Yeah.
But when somebody's taken out,
like taken from you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's why I get so upset on how on how our youth really treats life, bro. Like, because
it's irrelevant.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, bro, dog, if you lost someone to a tragedy and it made you feel that way.
Yeah. And we don't got much time, so I don't really want to
get into mine's quick anyway.
All right, go ahead.
I don't believe in it, in grief. Everybody I put in position around me, I get a happy moment, even if we argue. Because years later, we're going to look back. Yeah, that shit was funny. If I don't want you around me, I clearly say I don't want you around me. So when I say when somebody dies, I'm like, I remember I was talking about just not trying to be funny. I'm like, yeah, man, I was cracking up about the nigga's gap. Or he calling you a bitch nigga. Shit like that. I always have happy moments with people, even if we argue.
You think about the happy moments is the way you handle your grief.
Nah, I wouldn't even think it's grief.
You ain't hearing me.
Just because you don't consider it grief. Don't mean it ain't grief. You're grieving right now. But
we ain't doing this.
Yeah.
We gonna cry in the car.
But yeah, we wanted to talk more about it, but it's
a hard subject.
Yeah, it's very individualized. Especially with this specific situation that just happened.
This needs to be said towards the black men of our culture.
Yeah.
Start cherishing your homies way more than just hanging around them. Because we have now, as a culture, have been taught that you can't hang around your homie for more than 3 hours without being fucking called gay. Like, that shit eats me up.
You like your homie?
I'm not a hill nigga.
I apologize. Bro. I'm sorry. I apologize. Bro, that was an easy layup. He just lobbed it up.
I was going to say, it's so hard to talk about grief without putting your own into it.
Yeah. Because I feel like if somebody else is grieving,
you should.
All you have is
your own interpretation.
All you have is empathy.
Yeah.
So
should.
Yeah.
Should.
For somebody who's out there thinking of trying to help or something like that.
Yeah.
All you can do is use your own situations and apply it to them.
Yeah.
Even though it's clearly not the same.
Yeah.
Because all you can do is say, damn, if that happened to me, I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
Because it didn't happen to you.
Yeah.
This is not your pain. This is not your situation.
Quit putting yourself in there.
Yeah. So that's what I said by just being there and not trying to insert yourself into their pain. Do not compare pain.
No.
That is the worst thing you can do. Never try to
say this hurts more than another.
Yeah, not even this hurts more than something else. Never even, if somebody's going through something, go, oh, I know how you feel because bloom, 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 blow.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
I learned
because you don't.
If somebody's going through grief, just sitting around. You ain't even got to talk.
I tell people all flat out. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that I know how you feel.
Oh yeah,
I'm not.
I just sit there and go, like, if you want to talk,
and that's
keep a watchful eye.
That's because the sin is a sin. It don't matter what the sin was.
Oh yeah,
that's the
just be
same
there
thing.
If you need something.
Yeah,
I mean, but if you say, I got you, mean that shit.
Facts.
Because you know why?
And people, like they said, some people can't handle silence. So if they're just in a quiet room, they'll just start talking. Mm-hmm. So they'll say shit they don't mean. Mm-hmm. Just shut the fuck up. Yep. Be okay with the silence. And if you can't be okay with the silence, dismiss yourself.
Yeah. Facts.
Anyway, this has been.
You said all that to do what? And you said all that because.
No, we're not doing that.
That was a layup.
This has been episode 7 of Cause I Said So. I'm your brother, Mr. the cameraman.
I'm the Williest.
It's your boy Crispy Stroking.
Yeah. And this is Cause I Said So, episode 7.
Pause.
Brought to you by Creative Noise.
Why'd you whisper it?
Because it was sexy.